Hofstra and William and Mary. The men's lacrosse season gets underway this Saturday when the Pride welcome in Iona. Our own Kevin Dexter had a chance to sit down with the head coach, Seth Tierney, for a season preview, and is brought to you by Hofstra Summer Camps. You got it. 3, 2, 1. It's halftime here at the MAC between Hofstra and William and Mary. Well, the Hofstra Pride men's lacrosse season gets underway this Saturday when the Pride welcome in Iona. Our own Kevin Dexter had a chance to sit down with head coach Seth Tierney for a season preview. It's brought to you by Hofstra Summer Camps.
your pride of Hofstra University.
Well, the weather outside was frightful, and now Hofstra and William & Mary are delightful. No longer saying let it snow, but instead, let's go, let's go. It's CAA women's basketball on MSG and Flow College. Hi, everybody, and welcome here courtside. Gabby Sartori, Dan Savarino. As you can tell, getting a little stir-crazy, obviously, from the storm the last couple of days. But now we get a chance to play some basketball. Who has the advantage here as this game got moved multiple times?
Well, I'll tell you who's a little stir-crazy. William & Mary, they've been away since Thursday, coming back from Boston in that game in Northeastern. Their flight got canceled tonight, so their mind is elsewhere. Hofstra had 24 hours to really decompress and mentally prepare for this one, especially after that tough loss against Towson.
Yeah, it was a buzzer beater for Towson, which gives them a 3-point loss. But the biggest positive, and really I think you could say a big positive all season, is Alarise Gooden. She's having a career season.
Yeah, head coach Danielle Santos-Atkinson told us that this is the consistency that was seen this summer from her, and it just was a matter of time, especially now in conference play, to get it out. This is 8 games for her in double figures. She's second in field goals made, so really making an impact in the paint, mid-range as well. She's the only player on the team to start every game and the most minutes played too, but a lot of those minutes have to be brought out in crunch time. She is in foul trouble sometimes at the end of the game. She had defensive discipline last game too.
Yeah, was able to stay on the court, and that's the most important thing. You need her out there. Well, the William & Mary Tribe are CAA champions, the reigning CAA champions, and Cassidy Geddes was a member of that team and a really important member of that team, but now she's taken just an even bigger leap.
Yeah, she's a preseason all-second-team CAA selection. She has solid mid-range and a great decision-maker offensively as well. She was a role player last season in that run, played behind star player Bella Nascimento, but this season has had 11 double-digit games, including 4 20-point performances, someone that is an immediate threat on the offensive side.
And the starting lineup is brought to you by Vienna of Roslyn. The starting 5 for the Tribe, you got to watch out for Natalie Fox at the pivot. She has been their go-to player, 10 points, 9 rebounds last game. And the 5 for Hofstra is the same as the last one, with Carter getting back into the starting lineup with Gooden, Sterling, Kareem, and Sandra Magalico. The Tribe are wearing their black jerseys, tops and bottoms trimmed with green and gold. Hofstra in their gold uniforms. And yes, there are no fans here today because the university is closed. So it's just a couple of family members and us. So lucky us, we get to be here enjoying it. So thank you so much for joining us wherever you're watching in your nice warm couch. I hope you enjoyed all the shoveling and snow blowing, because I sure did. We're underway here on MSG for some Hofstra Pride women's basketball. It is the Tribe that come out the ball first. 61 points per game, and again, an offensive foul. It goes against Fox, who picks up her first. 13 seconds in. And Sterling brings up the basketball. Scoring has been one of the issues for Hofstra here. Gabby, just 52 points per game on the season. They've only eclipsed 60 a couple of times in the last couple of months as Karim misses the attempts on the 3 and Magalico is too far underneath the hoop.
And a lot of the scoring today is going to have to come inside, especially with a couple lineup changes. DSA did mention at the beginning of this, before the game, that there's going to be double big action, especially with Natalie Fox and Tika Smallman coming to the game. You're going to have to match up with that as well.
That is a backcourt violation, so a couple of sloppy plays here for the Tribe. The keys to the game.
For Hofstra, it's making those last minutes matter. There's 4 games now that have been decided by 3 points or less. And last game especially had a lot of runs in all 4 quarters, just didn't get it done in that last one. The next man up mentality. William & Mary had 4 double-digit scores, and Hofstra just had 2. They need one more player to step up. And finally, that interior depth, as I mentioned before, Magalico is a one-man band inside. When the subs come in, they have to make an impact.
Gooden, who has been so good as of late, as we of course brought up before, and Chloe Sterling, who had an off night scoring, staying with Hofstra with 2 on the shot clock. So we'll see what kind of inbound play they have here. It's going to be in the corner though. So 2 seconds on the timer. They get it to Kareem. She heaves it up there, and the long 2 swirls home. 2-0 lead for the Pride.
And that's what they need. They need a quick start. Each game that they have had a slow start, they haven't been able to get back from that deficit. So great way to get back on the board first.
Monet Dance, who usually has the ball in her hands. Her or Mikeska are the two as they get the ball right back to Dance. Little pump fake here from Geddes. Smith now spins, and too many steps is what she took.
Hofstra doing a great job with that defensive discipline inside, but something that William & Mary did a lot to Northeastern was utilize the baseline, and that's where their offense kind of flourishes from, so they have to watch out for that next possession.
3 on the whistle today. Dawn Comiskey, Sinead Bernard, and Lori Deutsch. And backcourt?
Backcourt violation, yep.
I was blocked off. The referee was in front of me. I'm directly on midcourt. I couldn't see it.
Oh, my goodness.
As there's Danielle Santos-Atkinson, 7th-year head coach. Shout out Cleveland, her husband, who did a lot of the snow shoveling to get them out here, to get them to this game. But, you know, she said she didn't practice yesterday. That was the one thing she said that was kind of irking her. She wanted to go out and practice. But maybe, just maybe, it actually would be a better thing for them where they have that rest. Magaliko with the steal on Fox. Nicely done. Sandra runs towards the rim, lays it up with the right hand. It's a 4-0 lead.
That's what Magaliko does best. It's rim running at her finest, but that's when she's the only one on the board, she's not able to do that later in the game. So a great way to get out early.
Dance here with 9.5 points per game. Didn't score any last game. Geddes, ball goes in her hands a lot. Leading scorer for this team, 13 points per contest, preseason second-team selection. Mikeska, they haven't put it on the deck once, and Magaliko almost steals it in the corner.
And Magaliko doing a great job on both ends, but how about this play? It really starts defensively for her, and a fast break, beating Fox with her footwork and actually the crossover. Look at that, playing like a guard out there.
Her athletic ability on full display. 4-0 lead for the Pride. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Keska will go inside. Salman and finishes. The native out of Cairo ends up finishing with her first 2 today.
And this is where the lineup is tricky because Salman and Fox are in. Magaliko is the only one that matches up with either of them. So DSA might have to switch things up early.
I should also mention, it's not Cairo, New York. It's Cairo, Egypt, just for anybody who might get confused. Gooden's 3 is a long rebound. People might think New York, or a New York school, you know. People might think, oh, Cairo, New York, it's upstate. Monet Dance, and she misses too long. Only the second shot of the game for the Tribe. It's been a little sloppy to start for both of these groups. 4 turnovers for William & Mary, 1.
And this is what they do best when that double big situation is in. Let Salman just one-on-one, able to get Magaliko.
Who does that look like to you? Say it, come on.
Looks. You say it.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Yeah. I couldn't really say his name. Abdul-Jabbar is like, I don't know why I have a tough time saying that.
I thought it was because you're a Boston fan.
That too.
And that is like a no-no.
Yeah.
You're a happy person yesterday, I'll tell you that.
Yes, I was.
And we're not talking about this anymore. All right, back to basketball. 4-2 lead. Salman misses wide left. Fox looking for the ball and scooped up by Magaliko. And Hofstra hasn't seen a lot of double forwards out there. This is one of them.
Very excited to say Magaliko doing a great job down low, denying the inside pass because William & Mary on offense does a lot of high-low action to start things up.
No good from Carter, as Harris was the one facilitating there. Tika Salman, the transfer from Memphis, started 3 of the first 5 games, then battled an injury. She's now back here and had 10 and 7 in the last contest. They're going to get a double dribble. That's 5 turnovers through the first 4 minutes and change. And Erin Dickerson-Davis, the 4th-year head coach, will head to the bench. CAA champions last year. First team in CAA history to have a sub-500 record in the conference and still go on to win a title. Monmouth was exactly 500 a few years ago, but what a run it was. And it kind of shows you, again, we talked to Danielle Santos-Atkinson about this. She's like, you know, it's interesting. A lot of the regular season title winners aren't even the, you know, teams that are cutting down the nets during that tournament. As Gooden pulls up for an elbow jumper, no good, and the ball slips through the hands of Magaliko on the rebound. Smith, McKeska. Only senior on the team is McKeska. This is a pretty young squad as Smith goes into the lane, switches back to the right hand, and ties it up at 4.
And these guards do a great job with the paint touches, especially Smith getting her shoulder down. And that's what a lot of William & Mary's offense does.
Magalico in traffic off the mark. Hofstra coming out 2 of their first 9. That's 5 more shots than the Tribe have taken, because there is now 6 turnovers for the Tribe here in the first 5 minutes. So we're all knotted up at 4. This snow game, which I guess it's not a snow game anymore, the snow postponed game. 4-4, back with more.
I wasn't born a leader.
It wasn't given to me.
I couldn't buy it.
How'd I get here?
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
Decide to lead as an Army officer.
Apple Bank opened its doors over 160 years ago.
And back then, it was all about one-on-one banking. In today's world, banking's all about easy and convenient, and saving you time for the moments that matter.
We get that, but sometimes you need to speak with someone to make it happen. And at Apple Bank, that's what we still do. One-on-one service since the day we first opened.
Welcome to Apple Bank. How can I help you?
Easy, convenient, personal banking.
Apple Bank, your neighbor, your bank since 1863.
QFA's 5-star offense maximizes client returns, while the 5-star defense generates additional current income while mitigating risk. To learn more, reach out to co-founder and Hofstra alumni Joe Rinaldi or register on their website at qfainc.com.
Bring color to life with the very best paint, only at Sherwin-Williams.
William & Mary and Hofstra knotted up at 4. This is the CAA champions from last season, won a first 4 game. Janatika Salmon is one of those forwards on this group. And, you know, you don't see teams in the CAA have so much size and players that obviously can play that amount of minutes. Well, they have 2 of them in Fox and Salmon coming back is just a gigantic addition for them.
Yeah, and especially her coming off the bench, too, again, adds to that depth inside. She was a game-time decision last game and was out since that Stony Brook game and until Northeastern, but she's had 7 games in double figures herself, 9.7 points per game and 5.7 rebounds per game, so really solid addition to this team.
Hofstra had a 4-0 lead. We're knotted up at 4 each. They haven't scored a little more than 3 minutes. Nevaeh Brown steps on the court for the first time for Hofstra, her and her 1,100-plus points in her collegiate career. Sterling crossover to celebrate her birthday Saturday, so happy belated to Chloe Sterling. Pulls up for an elbow jumper, is off the mark. Harris there, second chance, no. And now they'll have a fresh 20. Harris pulls up from 16. No good. Good rebound by Michaela Carter. That's been one of the keys here for Hofstra, is getting rebounds other than Sandra Magalico.
Yeah, especially, too, with the guards. I mean, you just got 3 offensive possessions off 1 or 2 rebounds.
And turnover right into the hands of Salmon as Gooden was looking for Harris. Legulon also steps in, the 6'1" sophomore out of New Hampshire. So again, Dickerson Davis liking to use her size advantage here against Hofstra, and the runner goes. A lead for the Tribe.
It's interesting to see the decision-making on screens. You don't know if you should hedge because they're not a great offensive threat from the three-point line, but Geddes is a threat from anywhere, so someone like her is able to make the most out of that indecisive nature there.
Geddes, their one player who can shoot the three ball. Most attempts from beyond the arc and fourth most makes per game in the conference. Travel called against Hofstra. It's their fourth turnover. We'll see Von Essen check in. Magaliko returns. So first time Emma Von Essen steps on the court in her 113th career game, all in a Pride uniform. And the Pride wearing my favorite uniforms. My second favorite uniforms. My favorites are the pink uniforms they have for breast cancer awareness. Those are fresh. McKeska, good skip pass. Dance puts it on the deck. Drives against Gooden. Skips the ball over. Extra pass. McKeska three. Yes.
How about the ball movement from William & Mary's offense? Almost every single person touched the ball in that possession alone.
Only the sixth three-pointer from McKeska this season. 6 of 24. Gooden, their response comes up short. And it's a 9-0 run here by the Tribe, looking for more. Dance, offensive foul. And they're going to get McKeska.
A lot of offensive patience from William & Mary, and this is just showing. It starts at that baseline drive from Dance and a quick swing out after the paint touch to get the three ball. That's just old school offense right there.
Aaron Dickerson-Davis, this head coach who played her ball at Northwestern, graduate of 2009, has had assistant coaching stops at many different places, associate head coach twice, Wake Forest, Towson, for taking over this program, and she loves that team aspect of this basketball. Something she has preached. Von Essen from 15 and connects, stopping the run of 9-0.
And Emma Von Essen was the first one on this team in the gym shooting up shots, someone just trying to continue to improve, coming off the bench after being a starter. So a great start for her.
1,000-point score in her career, and here she almost forces a steal. Long gets it back, and Brown pulls in the board. Pride down by 3 after their 9-0 run, now looking for the tie, and Sterling gets an air ball, which is right into the hands of Alarise Gooden. Emma now takes the screen from Brown to create some space. Penetrates, the right-handed runner is no good, and a foul against Magaliko, and she's saying, why? What did you see?
It was tough to see from this angle, but I saw a lot of jabbing for the position down low. I'm not really sure where exactly, because it looked like the referee saw over the back.
She was in the front, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least I saw that.
I thought you were going to blame it on the ref blocking your view like I did.
No, I hadn't. There were like 3 different people inside.
Contacts are on?
Yeah, contacts are on.
Three-pointer, swirls it home. That's Geddes. She's their best three-point shooter, 34th triple of the season, and the lead is up to 6.
Geddes did a lot of that against Northeastern. Does not wait to settle things on offense and transition. She's got the open shot, especially from the three-point line.
Career 10-point-per-game player and a career 26% three-point shooter, but she's taking a lot more shots now as they hound defense on Gooden, and taking it straight to the hole is Geddes.
She is just doing it all over the place.
Well, that is taking the scout and working it beautifully. And now they're going to get the foul on McKeska, which is her second. Team's third. Cassidy Geddes with a 5-0 run herself.
And she's got 7 of the 14 points for her team. But again, I mentioned before something she did against Northeastern, those transition three-pointers, you cannot leave her wide open.
And she was struggling shooting the ball until Friday night up in Boston, went 3 for 10 from downtown, but was 3 of her 27 in the games prior to that, 3 games prior. So starting to get it as handing it right into Dance and drawing the foul. Monet heading to the stripe. That's a bad sequence there for Michaela Carter, unfortunately.
And Dan, someone that is not afraid to steal the ball either, is leading this team in steals per game and had a showing herself as well. Last game against Northeastern, a lot of that just up top, really frustrating guards.
Did not score last game. And here she misses the first, a 79% free throw shooter. Held scoreless in 2 of the last 3 games, but has had double figures in 3 of the last 5. So when she's going, she's going. And he sinks the second. They'll bring Solomon back on. It's time for Fox. And Hofstra will have the final possession here of the first quarter. Down by 9. Working against this trap, Kareem with 5. Magaliko is wide open. Boy, it was nobody near her with 1 second. Gets it off, but doesn't matter. There is a foul against Hofstra.
And that's what Coach Danielle Santos-Atkinson mentioned in the beginning of this game before to us, is that there's just a lot of disconnect right there, and that's what you saw with Magaliko wide open.
Well, Cassidy Geddes had herself an excellent first half of action. She has half of the try points. This steal for a quick 2 gives them the lead by 9. (15-6) lead for William & Mary over Hofstra. Dan Savarino, Gabby Sartori, and the big reason is Cassidy Geddes here in this first quarter.
Yeah, she's a one-woman show out there on the offensive side. A big part of her game is driving the lane, getting those paint touches early, but she's not afraid to shoot the 3 either. For a team that doesn't have a great percentage from the 3-point line, she is carrying from that standpoint, but a lot of that is just defensive wins too for William & Mary between Monet Dance and her. They're unstoppable right now, and they're making Hofstra feel it.
There's a big game player. We saw it last year in her tying career high 26 points, that quarterfinal win where they upset NCA&T, ended up moving on to the semifinals, knocked off Drexel, and then eventually defeated Campbell by 3 in the championship game. And she was an all-tournament player a season ago. You look at those numbers, 7 points, perfect from the field. She's got just a little under half of the points. I think, what, 48% or something like that, 49? We're not doing math today.
No.
Actually, we are. It's still basketball. You have to count no matter what. So I always tell people. Steal here is Hofstra's 8th turnover of the contest. 15 combined turnovers between these two groups. Less than 11 minutes in. And neither were able to practice yesterday because of the snowstorm. The Tribe came down Friday night, got here obviously late after their trip from Boston. And now their flight is already canceled going home. And they're going to call a carry. You don't see that very often. So both teams have 8 turnovers.
Carter's been solid 1v1 defense between Dance and Mercado, especially just able to get low. Both of them quick players, kind of like Carter too, so a great matchup there.
Mercado, a local kid from Brooklyn. Again, there was only family coming to this game, not open to the public, and you know the Mercado family is here. There are those fans that are standing and really sitting right behind the bench of the Tribe. Down low, Magaliko! Boy, it went all around the rim. Slowly. That is physics at its finest. How does that not fall?
Especially for her, those putbacks are so tough already. Fighting off like 2 defenders at a time. Just such an unlucky roll.
Unfortunately for Hofstra, as they end up taking a foul afterwards.
See, I feel like this is something you would see in a cartoon. I mean, it goes around and literally kisses the rim.
They're going to get Magaliko for a second. And against a team that has really 3 forwards above 6 foot, that's the last thing you want is Sandra Magaliko to have to take a seat. An offensive foul, though, the other direction.
And Kareem stepping up. If you're undersized, a big part of what you have to do defensively in the paint is deny the front side, because the worst case is that they catch the ball, but a lot of the times they're overthrown. But the high-low is disrupted at least if you deny that front side.
So Fox is the one who picks up the foul, and she takes a seat. Chloe Sterling. Catch and shoot from the line, Gooden. And a slow start from her from the field, 0 for her first 5 attempts. She's someone you just want to keep shooting over and over again. You know, you couldn't hear better words from Danielle Santos-Atkinson when talking about Alarise Gooden and just how important she has been for this team, especially since the summertime.
And a lot of it, too, is just mental for her. When she's in a groove, it gets going. She's unstoppable. But right now, she hasn't been able to get that feeler.
Going to get Mercado on the foul. Team second, her first. Stays on the floor. Allo playing in her final season in a Pride uniform. Von Essen penetrates inside, passes it off to another Emma. Kareem now surveys, goes downstairs. Harris faced up, and it knocks out, tapped by Kareem, and into the hands of Salmon.
It literally feels like there's a cover on that hoop over there. A lot of great looks just going in and out.
Hofstra 3 of 19. Geddes, no cover on that hoop.
No.
4 for 4.
She is relentless.
Gooden in transition, and that's a somewhat late foul call.
Like you said, no cover on this hoop here. Geddes just right off the first dribble. Hard to beat. You got to find someone on this Hofstra team that's able to match up with her 1v1.
Native from Hickory, North Carolina. And standing on the, I guess, wrong side, or she wanted to be for this free throw attempt from Allo. 70% shooter on the season, and sinks the first. And that's something I think Gooden needs also, right? Get to see the ball go through the hoop. Cuts it back to 10. Sinks the second. Career season in points, field goals made, games started, minutes, steals, only 2 away from rebounds. Best season of her career by far. Here she pressers Mercado, gets it to Geddes. Catch and shoot 3, and rattles out on the attempt from Smith, but an offensive board. Salmon, Mercado again, the runner from the baseline, and Von Essen's there for the board. Long pass up to Kareem. Sterling goes downstairs, and the quick touch in by Harris. Well, that was nice.
And we've been seeing that for quite some time. That backside block left unattended. They finally were able to connect on that one.
Brings it back to 7. Mercado against Von Essen. Geddes, the 3. It's too long. Right into the hands of Kareem. Slings a pass up ahead. One Emma to the other, and Emma Von Essen with the right-handed layup. Timeout. William and Mary Pride cut it back to 5. 3 minutes and 6 seconds into this second quarter. Von Essen's up to 4. It's a 6-0 run for Hofstra in the last minute. 17-12. The Tribe still lead the Pride here on MSG. The Pride are on a 6-0 run in the last 57 seconds, and this is an Emma to Emma connection to cut the deficit to 5.
How about Von Essen? Aside from those Allery's good and free throws, the last bucket in that first half that we're seeing right now was a teardrop from her in the corner and making an impact on the transition. Love the Emma to Emma connection. Very good right there. But doing a great job just beating this William & Mary defense. They've been slow multiple times. It was only a matter of moments. Hofstra finally connecting on these.
113 games, 1,000-point scorers, third all-time in three-point field goals made, and just 8 away from passing Jen Brickey in 2003 for second all-time. Complete player from right down the block in Rockville Center, Long Island, New York. 5-point deficit for the Pride, and they come out here in a trap. Smith to dance. Gooden on her, leaves Smith open in the corner. Aya Smith, McKeska, who had to take a seat early on because of 2 fouls. Here's Fox, nearly lost it and regained control.
How about Fox with the footwork inside? But that all starts with William & Mary able to swing it across the perimeter, doing a great job there, and Fox ready for that 1v1.
Carry called against Hofstra. I said before, you don't see that very often. Now you're seeing it on both sides.
Keeping it consistent.
Well, Chloe Sterling will have taken the turnover. There's been 18 combined turnovers in this game. It's a tough one for anyone, obviously, when you're kind of stuck. Either you're stuck in a hotel, you're stuck in your dorm, you can't practice, you can't do anything. The game itself, there was a chance they were going to play Saturday night. Again, this originally was a 2 o'clock Sunday. Then it went to Saturday night. Then it went to 11 a.m. on Sunday. Then 9 a.m. now Monday. Gooden runs and finishes. Good transition bucket from Alarise Gooden, and it cuts the deficit to 5 again.
And this is just a track meet for Hofstra. If they keep it up and beat William & Mary on those transition buckets, the defense is very slow to get back.
It's something that Danielle Santos Atkinson said, we need to be better in our transition flow. They're going to get Von Essen here on a foul.
That's a cheap foul right there. But again, to your point, that transition is really what gets a lot of momentum for this team. Alarise just beating, especially that Euro step in the last second.
The Euro from the North American.
Look at that. Look at that. Wait, you were waiting for my approval after that one?
I was. Ball hits the deck. Fox is there. Still pinballs around, and Dance comes away with it. Now she's denied by Harris. Ball still loose on the ground, and then a foul. Oh, boy, what a sequence that was.
That's 2 defensive sequences in a row, just cheap fouls that William & Mary is able to escape from, but Hofstra keeping the energy up.
Hofstra has taken 7 more shots than William & Mary. They shoot 27% from the floor. William & Mary effective, 53%. And this has been a back and forth, physical game, turnovers, foul calls. It's been a hard-nosed one between the Tribe and the Pride. I know how much you love Williamsburg. It's like your favorite city in the world.
Are we getting into this now? I can go on and on.
All right, we'll wait till later.
Yeah.
And it's not just because Gabby loves history, like I do.
Right.
I went when I was a kid. I loved it. Spin move from Harris. A little drop step from Diavion Harris, who has to play some extended minutes here with Magaliko on the bench. It's back to a 3-point game, 5 minutes to go in the half.
And that's exactly what you need. I mentioned it in my keys to the game. You need that depth coming off the bench, the interior presence. Harris doing a great job of it. She had a couple of moments defensively, but how about the footwork here? Able to beat Fox inside, who overplayed her on the front, so spin move and gets her back under the basket.
Diavion Harris has had some ups and downs this season. Of course, Danielle Santos Atkinson, has said the same thing, but the transfer from Grambling State and then Texas Southern started at Sullivan Community College. And she is a forward who's got some good ball skills and good touch around the rim as McKeska hits the first of her 2 free throws. Mentioned before, only senior on this team, playing in their 96th game. 5-point lead again. Hofstra breaks it. Sterling now gets double teamed. That allows Gooden to get some space. Kareem. And here's Brown with 10. Sterling with 5. Double team comes, got blocked by, I believe, Fox. Kareem has to get this off, and they're not going to get it in time. It's a shot clock violation.
It was already a broken play when they tried to get by that first layer of the full court press from William & Mary. But once they get through that first layer, the guards are a little slow to get back. That's where you have to get them on that 2v1. Sterling was a little slow and hesitant going against Fox, but you have to challenge her there.
Dance picks up her dribble. McKeska, quick touch down low. Long, ball hits the deck again. It's a hell ball. And Diavion Harris is having herself an excellent first half. Might be the best quarter that she has had in a Pride uniform.
Yeah, and there have been a lot of quick rotations off the bench subbing in too, so the foul trouble slowed things down, but this is where you have a groove right now with this group out.
4 points, 2 rebounds. Well, it's a lot of the other little things that she's been doing on the floor. Long ball, and just keeping it for half court is Geddes. Geddes, the runner, no. Harris, and her pass went off the body of Brown. Now a lead pass up ahead to Neve. She flags it down in the corner. Almost like flanking a winger in soccer. 3-pointer, Gooden. Clanks off the back iron. Fox there for the board. Dance up 5. Fox sets the screen. Dance decided to go right, and it's stolen away by Brown. Now Neve puts her head down and runs. Neve Brown, the pass, the 3. It's off the mark. Kareem there for the fresh 20. Skip pass. Brown, straightaway triple, clanks off the back iron. Hofstra 0 for 5 starting from beyond the perimeter.
And they couldn't find the bucket there, but again, that's a great offensive sequence right there. That all started from beating them off that transition and able to take advantage of the slow rotation as well.
Fox against Harris and tipped it a couple of times. Now Sterling comes away with the rock. She weaves up ahead, mid-block runner. No good from the right hand. Pride can't buy a bucket in this one, but boy, they have had some chances. So after 4 for 4, they've missed their last 4 as this ball pops high in the air. Then knocked loose, long to McKeska, gets it back with 10, and then the foul from Harris. Well, this has been kind of wild.
And a little bit of a sellout foul on that one, too. People are tired on there, and it's been a track meet for the past few possessions, but Hofstra getting a lot of shot attempts. That's kind of the story throughout this season. They're just not able to buy a bucket, and they're out shooting their opponents. Last game against Towson, they outshot them 24 to 57 in attempts.
3 of their last 5 losses have been by just 1 possession, 6 total points, which gives them a 1-6 conference record. But, you know, to look at this from the other perspective, right, this is a 1 big league. So a 1 bid league, that's it. It doesn't matter if you're the regular season champs or not. You're not going to the NCAA tournament unless you win that weekend. If you win that weekend, like you saw with William and Mary last year, it could still happen. It's got to be clicking at the right time. And Ungwi also checked in momentarily, and Gooden was going to have to hop over and get the basketball because, again, there are no fans here today. So the team photographer is going to have to get the ball instead. It feels like one of the COVID games.
It does.
When you played, you came during COVID, right? But you didn't have a season?
It was during my freshman year. But and then I lost my sophomore year, and then, well, that was because of the Ivy, so it didn't have to. But, yeah, I lost like a quarter. Like, I only played a quarter my freshman year.
In the freezing cold?
Yep, it was awful.
I'll give you
not that it would bring fans anyways. I mean, there wasn't really much of a difference when there was no fans.
In 10-degree weather?
Yeah.
I got to ask you about that. I mean, all right, I'll still ask it right now. What are your opinion of starting lacrosse in February?
It's awful up north.
Literally the beginning of February.
Yeah, it's awful up north. That's why we have a bunch of away games in our non-conference. When you go down south. I just did a lot of games in North Carolina, and it was awesome. I was like, this is so weird. They got shorts.
Don't ask them now because my cousin has his hockey skates out because it's so iced over.
Oh, yeah.
Living in Virginia, it's crazy.
It's wild.
24-16, minute 10 to go. Here is Carter. Carter pulls up, contested 2, rattles out. Salmon to McKeska, and the Tribe say let's slow it down a little. Hofstra hasn't scored in 3.5 minutes after bringing it back to a 1-possession game. Carter across the midcourt stripe. Michaela Carter tries to go around Geddes. Kareem, little half spin, loses the ball, bounces it over to Ungwi. There's 7 on the shot clock with 5 now. Brown shoots, within traffic, no. Kareem has it, and I don't think they hit the rim at all. That should be a shot clock violation.
Well, it definitely didn't hit the rim. That's not the debate there, but a lot of this just coming from a very unsettled offense. Even Santos Atkinson trying to clap and get them going.
So I'm not sure if it actually hit the rim or not. So if it doesn't hit the rim, obviously it is a shot clock violation. If it does hit the rim, Hofstra has the ball with most likely 18 on the shot clock. They'll probably give him back maybe a second with 19, but 24-16. Let's talk about this first half, Gabby, right? Hofstra came out swinging pretty good. They have struggled from the field. They're 7 of 30, but they're still getting their chances. That's the thing.
And the thing is, too, they caught on in the second quarter. A lot of it coming from transition. Defensive wins inside. Harris did a great job with getting rebounds and just disrupting things there. But those buckets, they can't buy one.
All right, let's see if this hit the rim from our view. So Brown's the one who takes the shot here. Oh, I don't know, actually.
I'm not sure. If it brushed the rim?
Oh, it did! Wow!
Oh, my goodness.
Look at that. That definitely hit the rim. Our replay guy, Nick, is the man.
There's
Nobody
absolutely
like him.
no one in here, so your reaction just solidified it for the very few sitting near us.
That definitely hit the rim. I know you said before I asked who's the foul on. You said the referee literally pointed. I didn't
referee
realize
heard you ask.
But so that's what I was saying before, right? Like with you playing, you didn't really play during the COVID time, but it was interesting when you had these games here like this.
Yeah, for us, we still had to show up to practice for like nothing because the Ivy just decided, no. But everyone else got to play. It looked fun.
Our Ivy-educated broadcaster, Gabby Sartori. Yeah, she has a degree from an Ivy League institution, as shocking as that is.
Shocking. Very shocking. I'm glad I don't give it off.
It's, you know, they say, what is it, like the geniuses are the ones who are always the craziest or something like that? There's like a term for it. All right, so they're looking over again still of shot clock violation. Did it hit the rim or not? So here's the Brown shot, right?
For us, I believe it did, yes.
It, in my opinion, yep. Look at that rotation of the ball. Watch the rotation. Boom.
Yep. Look, I mean, you can see the net move.
We got the best replay guy in the business, Nick. Gotta say. So that is what this delay is about. They want to double check it on this Monday afternoon. Schools will most likely be back open tomorrow. I know my school's open. I just got a message.
Bummer.
I knew it was happening. Come on. We knew it.
You thought you were going to go in today.
I did. For a second, I did. Because honestly, the roads weren't that bad. So my street was really bad, but the main roads weren't. So as long as the main roads are fine. 17 on the shot clock is what they're going to call. So they're giving 17 on the shot clock and 22 9/10 of a second on the game clock. Hofstra basketball. So 24-16. Hofstra looking to cut into this deficit going into the halftime break. Don't go anywhere, by the way. We'll have part of an interview with Seth Tierney. Kevin Dexter sat down with Coach T of the Hofstra Pride men's lacrosse team. To watch the full interview, check out the latest episode in Blue and Gold Weekly on the Hofstra Pride YouTube channel. Great stuff Kevin Dexter does. Brown with 5. Brown picks up her dribble, finds a wide open Kareem for 3. It's off the mark wide right. And with 3 seconds now, here's Dance. She puts it up, and it's short.
Just a lot of unconnected plays there coming out of what you basically had a free timeout. Didn't really have much of a plan. Scoring droughts continue for Hofstra. They have to be more consistent coming into this next half.
All right, 24-16. We'll be back with more of the interview with Coach Tierney, and then Gabby and I will break down some stats, highlights, and analysis. Maybe we'll even see why Gabby loves Williamsburg so much.
Yes.
We'll see. All right, well, this snow game, which got postponed, came out swinging 24-16. Back with more on MSG and Flo College. It's halftime here at the MAC between Hofstra and William and Mary. Well, the Hofstra Pride men's lacrosse season gets underway this Saturday when the Pride welcome in Iona. Our own Kevin Dexter had a chance to sit down with head coach Seth Tierney for a season preview. It's brought to you by Hofstra Summer Camps.
Seth Tierney is entering year number 20 as the head coach here at Hofstra. Coach, thanks as always for a couple minutes. How was the off-season? How are you guys getting ready here for 2026?
Yeah, off-season was good. The fall, enjoyed it. I thought the guys played hard. I thought they came back with a little bit of an edge. I thought they felt like there was some movement last year, some positive movement last year, even though it ended in a disappointing overtime loss to Towson. I thought they carried that into the summer, and we got back on campus. Good leadership, a good mix of experience and freshmen. I thought we moved the needle a little bit in the fall. Had a couple of events, scrimmaged at the Headstrong event. We got a chance to go against LIU and Brown, excuse me, and then Navy the following week. So this is the first time that we did 2 different weekends of scrimmages in the fall. And then my favorite part of that at that time is the individual work after that. It's almost backwards, right? We should have the individual work then the fall, but because of weather and things like that, we do it backwards. And I thought that the guys took it really seriously, which was great. Got a little time off and started up.
Well, you mentioned last year, so 8-7 overall, 4-3 in the conference. Of course, the tough end that you mentioned in that semifinal game against Towson. What are you taking away from last year? Obviously, you have a lot of guys coming back. So what are you taking away from last year?
Yeah, I like what's coming back. We're going to miss some guys, obviously, that graduated. Not happy. None of us are of the record towards the end, right? A couple of really close losses. We need to flip the script on that. And a little change up in our conference with Delaware not being in it. So that changes the dynamics of a few things. And again, we'll be scrapping. But I like Shea had a good year in the goal, but I don't know if many people know John Singer was named the starting goalie, and then a couple days before had tore his ACL in practice. And Dan Dorshevsky, another a guy that redshirted last year. So for a coach, we've got good goalie problems. And we're looking forward to seeing that. Older on defense, right? So I liked some of that leadership there. A little bit younger on offense, but with good energy. So we'll see how it goes. We have to pick it up a little bit at the face-off X, but the guys are working hard.
No, we'll start there with the offense. So last year, you guys were very balanced. You had 6 guys with at least 34 points. Everybody in that attack unit, the first midfield unit, seemed like you never know whose day it was going to be, who was going to have the big day. How can you kind of carry over that balance and distribution? Yeah,
that was a very cool stat, especially as a coach, that you have a balanced offense. The one stat that's better than that is that you just have one more goal than every other team that you play, regardless of who scores. So we celebrated that we're sharing the ball. That's part of our mantra here. It's not like we have, one alpha of what's going on. We play team offense here and read and react, and that's where we're going to continue to do that. So some days, one person may just have a great day, and the next day, he may not. So with that, we're going to continue with doing that. We've got a little bit of more experience down there. A couple guys got some games under their belt last year, and so we're looking forward to seeing Anthony Malika and Trevor Natalie, our captains down that end. And so far, they've done a nice job leading a pretty good group.
For the first time ever in school history, William and Mary is going dancing.
7 different champions in the past 10 years. Don't awake the next sleeping giant. The CAA, who's next?
Times change, families grow, and plans adjust. At Ridgewood, we know that life keeps on moving. For over a century, we've been right here with our customers and neighbors, helping to simplify your financial journey and supporting each goal along the way by being convenient, accessible, and committed to our community. For each turn and every opportunity, count on us. Ridgewood Savings Bank.
Hofstra Hello means to me family, community of opportunities,
people,
a home away from home, a
tradition, connections,
really
friendship.
For 75 years, Hofstra Hillel, the Center for Jewish Life on campus, has been serving the Hofstra community. Thousands of students of all backgrounds have participated in our weekly classes, travel programs, service projects, and holiday celebrations. Especially now, when students need us most, please support Hofstra Hillel. Go to hofstrahillel.org for more information.
Time for the first half highlights, brought to you by MMP Capital, and it's a lot of transition offense here for Hofstra in the first half.
And a lot of those defensive wins, too. Magaliko started this game out from that end, but she got in foul trouble, too, which has really disrupted things for Hofstra. Geddes had a really hot start, 7 points in that first quarter, but William Mary just moving the ball around on the perimeter, able to really execute off those slow rotations defensively. But someone, again, Geddes, that we all saw in that first quarter, has slowed down in the second quarter, but really making an impact on both sides of the ball. And someone else, too, making her minutes matter is Harris inside. Has been challenging Fox and Solomon as well. And all these wins on the defensive end turn into transition buckets. That is what Hofstra has done in those runs offensively. But those scoring droughts are ultimately outworking those transitions.
You look at the stats here from the first half, pretty even in the rebound category. That's a number that assist was something that they're talking about getting +1, right? Sharing the ball a lot more, but the turnover number for both, again, still even on both sides. It has been a sloppy game for the most part, I would say, for both of these teams, but William & Mary has moved the ball pretty well. But I really want to shout out Diavion Harris and what she did in that first half, because Sandra Magaliko goes down with 2 personal fouls, and she really has stepped up so much here in the second quarter.
And that's something that Danielle Santos-Atkinson says multiple times. When the subs come in for that interior, you have to show your improvement. You have to show an impact there. And Harris, on both sides of the ball, defensively especially, really denying, working it inside with the positioning. So job well done. Hopefully she keeps it up for this team.
All right, let's get ready for the second half of action. It's William & Mary, it's Hofstra, and it's only here on Flo College and MSG. Time for our first half player spotlight, and it is Cassidy Geddes with her 9 points. Excuse me, it's Diavion Harris. Cassidy Geddes would be for the other side.
You're jumping the gun right now. Harris did a great job coming off the bench. Again, we mentioned before, Magaliko was in foul trouble, so she's been making her impact well known inside, and especially with those matchups too between both bigs, doing a great job there.
And the points of the paint report is brought to you by Sherwin-Williams, and the 2 points more for William and Mary in the paint. Right on cue there, Miss Gabriella is all about the front court. That's what we've been talking about, right?
That's
how
right.
important it is.
You better watch it.
I know you hate that.
Literally caught me off guard right there. Front court doing a great job. That's what they do. They disrupt things, especially coming off the full court press. So Hofstra had a little bit of a tough time in the first quarter, but really caught their rhythm because they're beating that top layer, and it's slow back there. So they're able to do that 2v1, and XQ backside block was wide open a couple times. They just have to keep it up. They have to connect. DSA said multiple times they connect a little too late. So now they're getting us in the first half. Let's see what they can do now.
Hofstra in their gold uniforms, William and Mary in their all blacks. Hofstra goes from left to right on your TV screens here in half number 2. The Tribe from right to left. We're stuck here on the island for at least one more day. And a turnover as it goes off the hands of Magaliko. As Monet Dance will work with it. 4th best assist-to-turnover ratio in the CAA. McKeska 3rd best in the conference. They don't have that one person who's going to light you up with, 6 to 8, assists per game, but they're a very solid team in that department. A couple of players who can really facilitate. Here they look inside to Fox. Extra pass to Smith. And excellent ball movement again as Dan styles up at 3, gets knocked out, and they're going to get, I think, Magaliko on the foul. And that will be her 3rd as she looks to the bench right away, and Diavion Harris takes off the shooting shirt.
And in that situation, that's gamesmanship right there with Fox. She knows exactly who she's up against, playing really physical and challenging Magaliko off ball. That's a heads-up play from her.
And these fouls taking out the 3rd best rebounder in the conference. She was averaging 12 rebounds per game in CAA games. She's put up some unreal numbers, has had 3 double-doubles in her last 4 games as well. So it's a huge loss off the floor as Fox somehow kept her pivot foot there. 3 on its way, Geddes wide right into the hands of Sterling. It was held scoreless here in the first half. 0 for 3 start. Gooden goes to Carter on the wing. Sterling connects it from about 12 feet away.
Sterling usually gets a slow start when she's on this court, and second half comes alive. So will we see that again is the question.
Fox, right side of the lane, and the finish.
That's just beat clean off that first rip to the lane. Harris just didn't have the speed.
Coming off a 20-point, 12-rebound game against Hampton in a loss. That was just a couple of games ago. Harris, too many steps.
And Carter did do a great job of baiting that slide. Fox didn't commit all the way, but Harris was in position.
The Tribe and CAA play have done a really good job of defending the 3-ball. Hofstra is 0 for 7 today. 4 of the 6 opponents they faced in conference, they've held to 5 threes or less. And that's Hofstra with 0 to start. Team of last year won their first 4 game against High Point. The battle of the 16 seeds, then saw Texas in the first round. But what an opportunity for Erin Dickerson Davis. Got a contract extension a couple of years ago and then wins her first title, and the first one in William & Mary history to the NCAA tournament. Kaya Smith there.
And William & Mary doing a great job, obviously sharing the ball and moving it around, but not completely relying on Geddes.
Another turnover, it's the 3rd one, and it leads to an and one. Geddes to the rack and finish.
And I think because there's just no one in the gym, the broadcaster's curse right there, as I say, that they haven't been relying on her that much. She makes a big play right there. It makes sense, right? It was a great job right here beating the defense, but how about getting through the contact against Kareem right there?
And as soon as that arm came down, you kind of knew it was going to be called either way. Misses the end one opportunity. It's a 12-point lead on this 6-0 run. Over the last minute. As Von Essen gets ready to check in at the next whistle. Harris, she was not ready for it. Lead pass up ahead, Dance, extra pass, McKeska, and boy, that looked like a waltz out there for the Tribe. 32-18, an 8-0 run for William and Mary. The Tribe outscoring the Pride 8-2 here in the third. Back with more on MSG and Flo College. An 8-0 run over the last 1 minute and 17 seconds by this Tribe, and the ball movement has just been excellent. They've been forcing turnovers, they're making extra passes and getting themselves to the basket.
Yeah, so far at this point in this game, they have tied what Hofstra has committed last game. 13 turnovers that they've caused against Hofstra, and a lot of it starts with the guard play up top, just suffocating defense, which is interesting too, because usually against a team like Hofstra, you're sagging, you're challenging them to shoot the outside bucket, but they're challenging the ball handling up top, and that's where a lot of these buckets come from. And how about the 2v1? That is just pretty. Beautiful basketball out there for them.
Really was. That was poetry in motion, as they say. So Hofstra, who were able to bring it back to one possession in the second quarter, now trailed by their largest deficit today. Magaliko back on the floor, even with her personal fouls. He has 3 of them, and Alarise Gooden is heading to the stripe. Hasn't made a field goal today, but has gotten all her points at the line. Well, actually, I lied. She made 1 field goal.
But Ala does do a great job of adjusting, too. When she knows that she's off, she's able to get to the free throw line. A little slow in this second half for her, but otherwise, read that defense great. Just a backdoor cut right there, and they made the connection.
Last 2 games, she has hit 15 of 19 2-point shot attempts. Hasn't made a 3-pointer. That carries over again today and still averaged 15 points over her last 2 games. She's a bucket getter. And she brings it back to a 12-point deficit for Hofstra, who come out here in a trap. Magaliko against Fox. Get the ball to Dance. She runs on Chloe Sterling up the floor. Dance to Fox. And past a nobody. McKeska was there to recover with 5 on the shot clock now. Kaya Smith, the runner from the baseline, tapped a couple of times and right back to McKeska. So the fresh 20. Geddes, only player in double figures today. Here they leave a little too much space for her. You know she's going to bury that.
Now started from that on-ball screen, trying to get the switch off from Alarise to Sterling. They like that matchup against her. And Geddes able to make her pay for it.
Von Essen hit the tin twice. Kareem there with the putback.
That's what Kareem does best. She does all the little things, so able to get that offensive board. Again, that's key, that she was the only guard that was able to crash there.
Smith able to get the ball from the mid-block, clanks off the back iron. Magaliko there for the board. Just her 4th, 2 points. And now at the right hand, it comes up well short. And she had to go to the bench early in the second quarter with 2 personal fouls. And the bench early here in the third, picking up her 3rd. Dance lost the ball. Sterling leads it up ahead. Here is Alarise Gooden to the basket. No, Magaliko lays it in as Gooden asked the referee why there wasn't a foul call.
And that's 2 possessions in a row. Hofstra is beating William & Mary down the lane, or down the court, excuse me, as another turnover committed by William & Mary.
So Hofstra here on a 4-0 run. Brings them back within 10 of this basketball game. Pride transition game working in full effect and cleaning it up with some second chance points.
I wasn't born a leader.
It wasn't given to me.
I couldn't buy it.
How'd I get here?
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
Decide to lead as an Army officer.
Bring color to life with the very best paint, only at Sherwin-Williams.
Building a life is different for everyone because everyone is different. That's why State Farm is there.
Contact John Candon and Merrick for a quote today.
Fans, tonight's State Farm agent of the game is Ken Dukram. Visit Ken in Freeport to get a quote for your auto renters and life insurance needs. State Farm and Ken Dukram can help life go right. Monday afternoon game. Again, your typical Friday, Sunday is what CAA women's basketball is, right? Especially for William & Mary, they leave usually on Thursday. They practice Thursday. They play Friday night. They make their way down here. They would be already home by now in their nice snuggly beds. Unfortunately, they're stuck here another night. Game gets moved to Monday, and here's Hofstra, who has an extra day after getting through the snow here on campus and in the New York area. But it has been something else here in terms of the snow. And for the first time, we see Sanaya Garrett step on the floor, play just 5 minutes on Friday against Towson. Von Essen's wide open for three, rattles out. Magaliko, the putback, it's too strong. And then Brown gets tangled up with Salmon. Held ball, arrow goes William and Mary's way.
It's something we've just seen all season, the putbacks of Magaliko. She's unable to just take her time. I know it's tough when you're trying to beat the contact, but it's just too much strength because of the momentum of her body.
Magaliko working up high on this trap. Now drops down to guard Salmon. Pride down by 10. Had a 4-point lead to start. Then it was a huge run led by Cassidy Geddes. Preseason second team selection. Smith with 5. Now with 4, drives the right side of the lane. The turnaround with 1, connects.
That was sweet. Put Sterling on skates there, able to stop and pop after going full speed downhill.
Transfer from Navy, who spent 2 years in the Patriot League, all rookie team. Here's Brown, her 3, it's too long. They Brown held scoreless in her 11 minutes of action. Geddes, the right-handed runner, is too strong. The other way we go. Von Essen. Sanaya Garrett. Transfer out of Jacksonville. It's right now thinking about the weather. That's where I would rather be. Garrett to Brown. Surveys didn't like what she saw. Instead, he gets it to Sterling with 9, who penetrates with the left hand. No good. Magaliko the board. Straightaway triple. Von Essen. No.
Just too many unorganized sets there, and a lot of Magaliko doing the dirty work inside.
Ball, I thought it might have been a kickball, but Salmon gets it back, gets her own rebound, and now a foul comes against, I believe, Garrett. I thought that was a kickball going the other way after they lost it.
This has just been very messy. I can't really think of another word.
That's a good word.
Messy.
Messy.
Yes. I didn't want to say ugly. That's a little too brash.
No, it's like if, here's a comparison. We'll use a simile. It's like when you get out the snow shovel and you just can't, you keep scraping off the bottom and you still can't get the bottom. And then the snow plow comes down and buries you in more, and then it's just dirty snow.
This is way too specific. Did that happen to you this morning?
It did. I think I've spent about 5 hours in the last 2 days outside in, temperatures that felt like in the single digits. Geddes, by the way, with the bucket. And even with the snowblower, it still has been something else.
Listen, I don't even have a snowblower, so don't complain.
I give you a lot of credit. You went out there, you shoveled.
I did.
Picked right off. McKeska. Beautifully done. Makes the extra pass. Dance comes up short. Second chance goes. Boy, that is some ball movement by the Tribe. And a timeout is called by Hofstra here with 2:35 to go in the third. It is such impressive ball movement by William and Mary, and that's really what has continuously allowed them to succeed. It gets you right out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, this has been a track meet already. Hofstra was challenging William and Mary on the transition. William and Mary has 16 points off the turnovers of Hofstra. I mean, that's the name of the game right there. And Hofstra actually had a steady time this past point in the schedule that they haven't been committing over 20 turnovers. They had it, remember, in the non-conference, a lot of games over 20. They cleaned it up a bit. Now they're just reverting to their old ways, something that Danielle Santos-Atkinson said that she did not want, especially with that break after a heartbreaker from Towson. A little bit of a repeat what we saw in that game against Drexel right after that.
16 points off a turnover, 16-point lead for William and Mary. It was a 30-second timeout by Hofstra. They have 2 left. And Michaela Carter gets it across the midcourt stripe. Magaliko wanted it underneath the hoop. Brown gets it down to Sandra. Picks up her dribble, now Carter. Michaela Carter to Gooden. Flips it right into the stripe, and it's a travel against Magaliko. As Hofstra goes out here with their 2 forwards, Magaliko and Harris. We see Emma West check in, the sophomore who played 20 games last year. Just her 5th game this season. Here's West. Pulls up for a three. Rattles out. Magaliko with the board. It's her 8th. She'll go out there and get a rebound for you. No question. Was challenged by Danielle Santos-Atkinson right before conference play and said, we need you to rebound more. Well, she did. And she's been averaging 12 in CAA games. Screen set from Harris. The double team is there. Harris pulls up from 15. It's off the mark.
Great job by Harris slipping under that screen there.
West the other way, and the foul against Brown.
And Brown has a little bit of an issue with that foul. I definitely see at least body contact, but she probably, what was looking at, I can't really see it from my angle, but maybe she got her on the wrist.
You also can't be too loud, by the way.
Yes.
Apparently everyone could hear me.
You were very excited last time, that's why.
I did not like that. As West misses the first, excuse me. Emma West out of Virginia. Only played 1 minute last game. A 6-minute per game player last one as Geddes almost got a second chance point off of the offensive board. The Tribe 5 wins. Check that, actually 6 wins away from home this year. Best in the conference. Gooden gets the handoff after the screen set. Go downstairs. Harris picks up her dribble and goes right into the hands of Monet Dance. Geddes with the left hand layup. It's an 8-0 run over the last 3 minutes. Hofstra hasn't scored in almost 4. Sterling looking for the response. That's off the mark. Dance the other direction. And a foul.
I said messy before, sloppy. I mean, still the same. It's just, I think it's careless right now. There's just a lot of offensive sequences, especially, just not valued, not taking time off the shot clock. If they are taking time to set something up, it just does not, it looks like they're just going through the motions.
Solomon at the line. Tika Solomon, who played 15 games for Memphis 2 years ago. Started 8 of 29 last year. Misses the front end of her 2 shots. 80% free throw shooter and has gotten her chances. Hofstra outscored by 9 here in the third quarter. Actually, excuse me, 19-8. Maybe 11 points here in the third quarter. Gooden cuts into the deficit in the first points in almost 4.5 minutes. Kaya Smith with the timer off. She's got 6 points. Geddes has 17 of the 43. Solomon with 3. Little hook shot, won't go this time. Pounds couldn't get a piece of it. Smith wanted a foul call, which won't come. And that's the end of the third quarter. A 19-10 third quarter in favor of the Tribe. And it gives them a 43-26 lead as we head to the fourth and final quarter. It's Hofstra and it's William & Mary, Flow College and MSG. Emma to Emma connection.
And that's what a lot of offensive transition was working for them in that stretch. Von Essen had a great start to this game and continued that momentum. A little off balance too to get that one in to the bucket. But that's what they're missing in this second half, those offensive transitions. They haven't been able to put it together. It's honestly when they're settling the ball in this standpoint is when they're having their offensive frustrations. If only they just continue to press the speed and continue.
There are the two Emmas. EMA and EMMA. And there's DSA. We're back underway, fourth quarter. 43-26. I told you I'm not good during snowstorms because I'm just cranky from all the shoveling and stuff. And tell you what, though, it was nice to actually sit and watch, you know, NFC AFC Championship game yesterday.
Oh, I had a blast.
I know you did, the Pats fan you are. Not even going to ask you our game on the Super Bowl, who do you think is going to win? I think we already know what you're going to say. Blocked away by McKeska. Only her fourth block of the season for the 5'8" senior. That kind of game for the Tribe. Unless something absolutely miraculous happens here in terms of scoring in the fourth quarter, the Tribe have held their last three opponents to 60 or less. Hofstra is stuck at 26 points. McKeska puts it on the deck. Drives. Pulls back out. Here's Salman. Salman backs down. Triple team foul. They're going to get Sterling.
That just shows how tough to guard Salman is, that three defenders at once have to at least contain her inside.
So Sterling, our first team's first. Inbound the right of the basket, and they'll float it all the way out for Emma West. McKeska. And Smith goes cutting. Skip past the Dance with 8. Pounds defending. Takes the screen. Dance with 2 and lays it in. Tough shot. Monet Dance.
And Dance is fun to watch. She's very undersized, but able to challenge Magaliko at the rim right there. Great touch.
You had a great opportunity there. Dance is.
I didn't want to do it.
I thought you were going to do it.
I was gonna. Dance is dancing.
Or doing a little cha-cha
she hears
slide.
That every game, though, you know?
I know. That's what happens. We don't have fun names like that, though.
That's true.
So, Gabby, ready? Here we go. What are you going to say?
We'll see. All right. Look at Dance. Dance is dancing. She's cha-chaing. What did we say? Doing the waltz down to the lane.
I think they heard you in the Pride Club.
She got rhythm.
She does have rhythm. That was a heck of a move.
There's people in the Pride Club?
No.
So no one heard me. Over there, at least.
A couple men's basketballs here.
All right, they
were
heard
here.
me.
They were practicing before. Had their lift. And they're back at it Thursday night against Charleston. Big-time matchup, especially when the Cougars come to town.
For this game, they really should have dug up the cardboard cutouts from COVID.
Could you imagine?
They should have. Should be somewhere.
Gooden. Magaliko. Makes the pass to Alarise. Gooden stops at the right block. Sterling with 7. Chloe the crossover. Left hand goes. That little teardrop shot. Her staple.
Yeah, it's her favorite move, and especially with that big brace, something that's able to get through a move like that. It's tough when it's landing, too.
Pounds is going to pick up the foul. To her displeasure, as you can see on her face. Team's third. So Smith has the inbound here. Mercado. Just her 13th game 1 point per game player. And Pound's going to pick up her second, team's fourth, with 7:36 to play. As Ari Mercado will head to the line. 2 shots for her. And it got very quiet in here, so I don't want to talk too loudly. And 6 the first.
You're going to have to whisper like they do at the U.S.
The Masters?
Open. Yeah, in the Masters.
Yeah, that's something that I always wanted to do. I feel like it's nobody's better at Jim Nance at doing it, but I feel like it's like calling. I feel like it's you're not really doing. You're doing each shot, but you're almost like an air traffic controller even more. You're just kind of sitting back and taking it all in. I feel like it's a lot of fun until you get to
let's see what's going on over there.
Until you get for that run, right, like down the stretch.
I don't have the patience.
I've called a lot of things, a lot of sports. That is one I have not. Gooden loses the ball as Salmon has it. Geddes, extra pass, and one more looking to Geddes. And Geddes telling her, go up with that next time.
Yeah, getting a little too fancy. But that's multiple times in this game they've had that 2v1 off the transition.
20-point lead for the Tribe here. Aaron Dickerson Davis looks on. 15 wins in each of her first 3 seasons. Last year went 16-19, 8-10 in the conference, and still cut down those nets. Huge weekend. A lot of key players on that team, and many of them who returned. It's a pretty young squad overall. Mercado, dribble handoff. Smith loses it. Regains control back to the left hand. Shoots with her right, no good. Magaliko, it's going the Pride's way. There's no foul call, right?
No foul call, but you see a lot of frustration from William & Mary's coaching staff. I kind of don't blame them. Magaliko wouldn't have gone for that ball if she didn't think she was the one that last touched it.
Sterling to Brown. And now Von Essen. Here's Emma. She gets it to Gooden. To the high post. Sterling. Screen set. And connects. 6 points for Chloe.
Great decision there for Sterling. Just not much decisiveness on that side of the ball. A lot of just dribbling and waiting for the next person to do something with it.
And Mercado stepped out. This team clearly prides themselves on their defensive game, and they feed off of it. It's that half-court set, like you said, that sometimes it's been a little troublesome.
Right, it takes them at least like 10 to 15 seconds in the shot clock to at least look in the basket or try to bait them toward the basket. So Sterling, it'll make an impact there.
Mercado knocks it out. Played her high school ball at the East New York Family Academy. Chloe against Mercado. Screen set. Magaliko. Von Essen puts it on the floor, pulls up for 2. Back iron. Gets the ball back. And left-handed short from Gooden. Smith in transition. Stops and pops from the CAA logo. I said logo. Don't look at me like that. As Geddes picks it back up. Getting a little sloppy again on both sides of the ball. Geddes with 17 points. Had her 20 last game on 8 of 20 shooting. And now she's back to 20 again.
Geddes is kind of a streaky player. She had that run in the first quarter, didn't do much in the second, third a little quiet, and now has come alive again in the fourth.
Brown, no good. Magaliko, the putback, and 1. So 3rd chance point for Hofstra. By the way, that was only the third three-pointer made by either team in this game. A combined 3 of 21 from on the perimeter in this contest. This has been a two-point affair, no question. But Cassidy Geddes, she's got 20 points today and a lead.
Nature's Truth is known as the vitamin experts. They know that wellness is not one size fits all. That's why Nature's Truth offers a variety of products packed with quality ingredients. And have I mentioned their great tasting gummy vitamins? Nature's Truth gives you the best for your health. So what are you waiting for? Go with the vitamin experts. Nature's Truth, your trusted source for quality vitamins.
At Hofstra summer camps, every day is a chance to try something new. From athletics and science to art, technology, and performing arts. Campers from kindergarten through high school explore over 50 programs, led by New York State teachers, professionals, and Division I coaches. Your campers will make friends and build confidence while finding pride in every step and purpose in every summer.
QFA's 5-star offense maximizes client returns while the 5-star defense generates additional current income while mitigating risk. To learn more, reach out to co-founder and Hofstra alumni Joe Rinaldi or register on their website at qfainc.com.
At Ridgewood, we give you more ways to bank and pay in your neighborhood, from home, or on the move. Tap to pay with your debit card or add it to a mobile wallet to pay with your phone or watch. Send money to friends with Zelle. Earn cash back and more with every debit card purchase. And use online and mobile banking to set custom card controls and real-time alerts. Digital banking is faster, easier, and safer than ever with Ridgewood Savings Bank. Learn more today at ridgewoodbank.com.
Time for our Smart Advocate heads-up play of the game. And this is really what William & Mary has done, forcing steals and creating points off of them.
Yeah, this has been the name of the game. Caused 18 turnovers against Hofstra, but a lot of it, Nikeska doing a lot of what isn't shown on the stat sheet, and that is definitely prevalent, especially the way Geddes has been able to get going as well. But those defensive wins is what really has gotten the momentum on William & Mary's side in this game.
Sandra Magaliko, despite not playing much in that first half, is up to 10 rebounds again. Third best rebounder in the CAA. 6 points, 10 rebounds. She has had 3 double-doubles and has been in double figures 4 times in conference-only games. Brown, her three's on its way, and it's off the front of the rim, then the heel of the rim, and into the hands of William & Mary. Not sure, missed all of their dozen three-point attempts in this one. And Cassidy Geddes is just having a day.
And how about Coach keeping her in, too, down the stretch, able to just get those extra buckets, especially after a day of no basketball yesterday. I'm sure she's hungry to continue to drive the lane.
Going Tribe's way. Geddes really having herself some season. She's been in double figures in 11 of the first 17 games. 20 points or more now 5 times this year. Last touch off of Magaliko, still staying with William & Mary. All-rookie team member a couple of years ago, where she averaged just under 10 points per game and has only gotten better and better. Long pass for West goes over. That kind of looked like, what's his name? Who was the quarterback for the Broncos the other day?
Stidham.
Jarrett Stidham trying to throw a pass.
Yeah.
In the wind. That was crazy, by the way.
That was wild.
Von Essen 3 rattles out. That was crazy, where all of a sudden it would look like it was just cold, and then it, boom, you couldn't see anything.
And you could see it like actually impact the players. Usually I'm like, how are they playing through this? But then you can see them all slipping and stuff.
Smith with the left hands. Geddes another chance. West. Back to the right. Too strong. Another, no rebound actually. No shot clock, I should say. Another rebound. No shot clock change. Did not hit the rim. Brown. As Von Essen has it. Gabby, why is Williamsburg, Virginia, one of your favorite places ever?
I thought you'd never ask.
I was waiting for it.
Where do I
You were
begin?
teasing it all day.
It's the best. Well, for starters, there's like a horse and carriage you can go. It's like this whole like colonial town, Colonial Williamsburg.
It is really cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. So you're like, you like take a time capsule when you go there, and they've got like the cobblestone roads, the dirt roads, bunch of old people strolling, and then I'm there. It's great. Oh my gosh, the
Dress
vibes
up?
are so high. You
Wait,
can
when-
if you
when you
want.
went,
I certainly did not.
Kareem, 3. First triple for Hofstra today. It's Emma Kareem on their 14th attempt.
But yeah, it's great. Like one of our favorite restaurants is down there too. Amber Ox, shout out. So good.
So I went when I was a kid because I loved history. It's my favorite, still is my favorite subject. But I mean, I was like obsessed with history. So my parents brought us down, right? I say us, I'm an only child. Brought me down and had a great time. And there's probably pictures of me with my little Yankee hat on and like a muscle shirt or something because it was like 100 degrees out.
Oh, yeah.
And we went in the summer, of course, because, you know, summer vacation. I remember it being really hot, but it was really cool, and I really enjoyed it. The last time I went down was with women's lacrosse for Hofstra when I was a student here, and William & Mary was the host for the conference tournament.
And they have such a cool campus, too.
It was really cool. We were on the campus a lot. I
Yeah.
would say the thing I disliked the most was that bus ride.
Yeah.
Because that is a long
It's
bus
like a
ride
good
with
8
a full
hours.
lacrosse
8 to 10
team.
hours, yeah. It's
And
brutal.
you're crammed in there. It was not a very comfortable trip. But
gosh.
it was a very cool experience, I got to say.
Yeah, and Busch Gardens right down the
Busch
road.
Gardens,
oh,
yes.
the best. So yeah, I love Williamsburg. I wish I was going back with them, selfishly.
Well, they're not going back tonight, so.
Yeah. I'm sure they miss Williamsburg.
I could also see you dressed up in your little bonnet, like acting like you're
Well, yeah. I have a winter bonnet.
like the 1775.
I have a winter bonnet that I wear right now regularly.
The thing I
so
remember the
certainly
most
would.
is it the courthaus that's over there,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's
there
gigantic.
might still be a magnet on my parents' refrigerator, unless they moved it. But I feel like there might be.
Yeah, they do a big like fireworks show too in like January when it was actually really cold, but it's like their biggest thing. We went there last year. Well, we were in like middle of Greenville, North Carolina, which sorry if you're watching and you're from there, there's nothing there. So we had to escape every weekend. It was only like 3 hours away. It was
Better
great.
watch out. Now you're gonna start getting messages.
You know, it's
DMs of-
nothing new. But Williamsburg, the best.
I would like to go back. It's been a while, but I don't like long drives like that. If I don't
Yeah,
have
that's the thing. There's no like, I don't.
You know, my
not
wife wants to
any
drive to
close airports.
Florida.
That's psychotic.
I said there's no. She's like, why? It's so much fun. We used to do it all the time. We'd stop in all these places. I'm like, no.
No.
I don't want to do
Nope.
that. Get me on a plane.
I also don't drive. I'm like a tweak, so my husband has to drive.
That's the problem too. I get car sick, so I have to drive.
No,
Who's doing
it's
the
not
driving?
me, not car sick. I'm like a backseat driver too. On top of it.
You quiet?
Yeah, right.
Garrett with the steal and gets the ball to Kareem. Barton falls out. Hodge, no. Tapped by Hodge, and Mercado loses the ball in front of the Pride bench.
Still a great look backside from Kareem.
Mercado up the floor. 22 points from Geddes in this one. 22 of the 53, and that's despite only shooting 25% from downtown. Rebounds are exactly even. 2 more turnovers for Hofstra than William & Mary. All the other stats are showing, you know, pretty similar, but it's the Tribe and those second chance points, and really it's the points off of turnovers. 21-12. That's the difference maker.
And most of those turnovers, too, obviously from the full court press, disrupting things in the perimeter. But in the second half, Hofstra just kind of losing the ball carelessly across the perimeter, passing it around. And when they actually slowed it and settled the ball down is when Hofstra was unable to pretty much get a rhythm because of how suffocating the defense was.
Lead up to 19. Minute 10 to go. Kareem pounds. Here's Maddie. Good take to the basket, and it'll stay Hofstra's way after not being able to pull in the rebound.
Pounds with a solid drive to the hoop, just over-rotated a little too much.
Garrett. Looking for Kareem, finds her between the rings. So William and Mary, when they can finally get themselves back home. As Hodge loses the ball, and it'll stay Hofstra's way. Good hustle. They're giving a tech on Bassett. Did I miss something? I must have. Maybe a word that was said? I don't know.
I was very distracted from the men's basketball team cheering just now. Very emphatically. So I was not paying attention.
Let me guess. German Plotnikov?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't G.
All right, so look for 15. She's the one who has the technical foul here. So she steals it. Oh, and then that
little bit of an elbow, yeah. And then you see her Sanai Garrett smirking. Just a lot of physicality inside. I mean, it's hard to. I mean, everyone was like laughing it off afterwards.
So there should be a technical foul against Amelia Bassett, the freshman from Georgia. Giving a flagrant 1. 2 shots on the ball.
And Bassett is laughing it off, too. It just looked like a physical play to me. She rips it, gets the ball, and there's a little bit of a flop there.
A little extra.
This could have gone both ways. I'm not sure if that might have been a no call, honestly.
Well, it's a 19-point game. There's under a minute left.
Right?
I don't know. Well, anyway, like I was about to say, William and Mary is back on the road. As soon as this game ends, then they'll end up having Campbell and UNCW this weekend, Friday, Sunday. And we back up north at Towson on Friday the 6th. These two teams do not have a reverse fixture. I learned that watching Premier League soccer yesterday. I wanted to use that. I said, how am I going to work that in at some point? The reverse fixture. I love watching Premier League soccer. You hear first of all, the broadcasters are so critical, and it's hysterical.
It's the best. They're worse than New Yorkers sometimes.
You would never hear that from any of us. I would never say some of the stuff they do. It's ridiculous.
They only expect excellence.
Here's Maddie Pounds, and she'll shoot 2. This is the first. So it's a team control foul, which then Bassett is the flagrant 1. That is confirmed from the official who just came on over, and Pounds misses the technical free throws. So it's 55-37, and some more conversation in front of the bench. Hofstra basketball here, 45 ticks to play. After the 1-for-2 trip by Pounds. Hodge sets a screen. Driving inside instead was Garrett. Tapped around a few times, Mercado with it. She'll bring it up the floor, and this should pretty much do it. Well, Hofstra next time out will end up having a quick trip out to Stony Brook, which could take forever. You never know with that
Never
traffic.
know.
That'll be Friday, and then they'll be off until Monmouth and Hampton, which will be a Friday, Sunday here at the Mac Sports Complex on the 6th and the 8th. So this game, which was moved around a bunch of times, lots of adversity, especially for this Tribe group who came down from Boston on their trip to Northeastern. They're going back home with a 55-37 victory here on the road against Hofstra.
Well, William & Mary did a great job disrupting Hofstra on both sides of the ball. Offensively, they couldn't breathe on the perimeter. 21 points off 22 caused turnovers for them. But again, those transition buckets, that's what got them going in that first half. Because otherwise, the only one that was really working ISO 1v1 was Geddes in the beginning and end. So offensively, they did have the edge in this one. A lot of defensive wins, but careless mistakes for Hofstra on the other side of this.
So William & Mary goes to 3-4 in conference play, and a big reason why in conference play, the back-to-back wins. It's Cassidy Geddes, had 20 points last game, 22 today. She's our optimum stat line of the game, 10 from 16 from the floor.
Yeah, 2 of the team's 3 three-pointers of the game as well. Just did a great job beating everyone off transition and also creating her own short-range shots. The spin move was my favorite of the game. That and one was crisp. That was awesome. But she's one of the main players in this conference. She showed it today. 22 points, her 5th 20-point game of the season.
Look at the final stats from today. Hofstra shoots just 24% from the floor, despite having 13 more shot attempts in the game. +1 on the rebounding category. Turnovers were one of the higher ones, but it's the points off a turnover, right? It's getting those points off of turnovers. That's what William & Mary did, and that's your difference maker. 21 points off of turnovers in this game.
And you can't say it's lack of shots for Hofstra either. Hofstra outshot William & Mary. They had 62 attempts from the field. William & Mary just 49. So it's just a matter of making those buckets.
So the 22 from Geddes, 10 from McKeska. Nobody in double figures for the Pride in this one. But Hofstra will have a few days off until they go out to Stony Brook for their reverse fixture with the Seawolves. That's going to do it for us here from the Mac Sports Complex. Many thanks to everyone at Hofstra Sports Media. Our executive producer, Kevin Dexter. Of course, my broadcast partner, Gabby Sartori. I'm Dan Savarino saying thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.